Japan is my favourite place in the world, pretty much. It's a place where I really feel at home. The first time I came to Japan was back in 1995 when I was racing karts. You have the race circuit, the Formula 1 circuit, and right next to that is a go-kart circuit, probably the best go-kart circuit in the world. At that age, it was a bit of a shock. But even then, I really enjoyed my time here. I spent about 4 weeks of the year in Tokyo, between the flyaway races, as we call them. I try to come to Japan as much as I can because it's a place for me to really recharge my battery. Triathlons is something I really enjoy away from F1. You know, there are a couple of really good parks here for running, and also running around the Emperor's Palace. It's a 5K loop, which is pretty cool. The cycling is probably the most exciting. A lot of drivers get out on the bike. I think it is a sort of a release, get away from the craziness of Formula 1 and use pedal power. Yeah, I'm into Japanese sports. I'd love to go and watch sumo. Those guys, it's 100% training for their specific sport. There's no joking around, 100% focus, and that's very much the Japanese way, I think. And samurai, you know, the samurai warriors of the past, I love all that. I actually bought a samurai sword earlier this year. It's just an amazing piece of artwork. Wouldn't have a clue what to do with it, but it's beautiful. The workmanship's amazing. The amount of man-hours that go into folding the blade, which is pretty impressive. It's very difficult to describe the style of people in Tokyo. You could actually stand on a street and just watch people all day. There are lots of funny hats. They also like their hoodies quite a lot here, and their big shoes. A lot of rings and a lot of bracelets, a lot of necklaces. Not quite like B.A. Baracus, but you know, running some pretty big chains there. Areas I like to shop in Harajuku or Motsando, but we like being on the streets instead of being in a big department store. There's another store where Jesse likes to shop, so we go there more often than not. Arigatou gozaimashita. Absolutely adore the food, and I always lose weight when I come here. I think everyone, when they think of Japan, they think of sushi. It's quite strange because, speaking to my Japanese friends, you know, they don't eat sushi very often, and I eat it probably every other day, even when I'm in Europe. But my mum's really sweet. She bought me a sushi set for Christmas of how to make sushi. I haven't tried it yet, but I also know how difficult it is to make sushi. It's not easy. Stopping the rice from sticking to your fingers and everything is so difficult. And you'll see that these guys, they put their hands in cold water a lot to keep their hands cold. And my favorite sushi restaurant, his hands are pretty much blue because he keeps them so cold. The most interesting food I've eaten? Well, I mean, fugu is pretty out there. Blowfish, which can be deadly if it's not cut correctly. Whale sperm or fish sperm. I took a picture of it and tweeted it to see what people thought about it. And everybody knew what it was, which is quite surprising. But it's actually really nice. But you just got to think of it as food. And that's the great thing about Japan. They eat everything from a fish, and you know, it's a great experience trying new things. Tokyo's buzzing in the evening, especially on a weekend. It's a great place to relax, and especially after the race, to really have fun. There's a couple of nightclubs that I've been to, and bars. But for me, because I'm with a girl that's Japanese, you know, we go to different areas and different clubs and different bars that are more sort of authentic and more Japanese. So I like that, and I think if you're here, you should be experiencing the culture a little bit more. And you know, the people are so polite, and the people are so friendly, and you know, they really welcome you in.